So what do you do?
Well, Chris, I work with a wide variety of people who pay for cancer treatment, and we help source it so efficiently for them that they're able to waive all the costs to the members of their group who are undergoing cancer treatment.
Oh, wow. So what kind of companies do you work with?
You know, it really is interesting. Our first client, I think, had 50 employees, and we have employer groups as big as 30,000, and we have health plans that are into the hundreds of thousands. So it really is anybody in between.
And so what is it about your program that's so unique that you're able to waive the cost? How does that work?
Well, what most people don't know is that cancer is just so exorbitantly priced in hospitals that, and unfortunately, the majority, 60% of the care in the country goes to hospitals. So if you can find a way to source treatment effectively outside hospitals, that's a good starting point.
So if you were going to give advice to a business owner or a CFO as they're thinking about how to address rising costs of healthcare and insurance in their business, what piece of advice would you give them?
Well, I would say two things. Number one, you're getting hammered financially, to just let cancer care go where it lands. I'll give you a good example. We have a case in Chicago that we just sourced, and the differential between what our client is paying now and what they were paying is they were paying $127,000 every 6 weeks for Keytruda, which is the most common cancer drug, and they're paying $30,000 every 6 weeks now. So pretty big
Wow,
swing.
massive impact to the company. I mean, think about what that means when they actually go to renew their benefits.
Yeah. And in this case, it's a 136 life group. So you can imagine what that would do to their renewal. But in reality, the bigger groups, it's more impactful because there's just more cancer cases in a group with 10,000 lives or 15,000 lives than a smaller group.
Awesome. What's a mistake that you see employers making when they go through their benefits renewal?
In regards to cancer treatment, I would say it's the number one cost for larger employers. And their biggest mistake that they're making is that they don't have a pathway to talk to the patients about the financial impact to them. So most patients are running this race alone. It's the fight of their life. And for many of them, it's 20 to 30% of their family income is going to this, and it's crushing them financially. But yet most employers are honestly pretty intimidated to open up that conversation. And that's really what our team does, is we start that conversation and ask them, how is this affecting you and your family? What does it mean for your 16-year-old daughter that can't play travel softball this year because you don't have the money for it? So those are the kinds of things I would say is don't be afraid to talk to the patients themselves about the financial impact of healthcare. Ours is specific to cancer, but it could be affecting them in other kinds of areas.
Okay. What's a trend that you think employers need to start paying attention to?
I think the biggest trend is you have to know what you're paying for actual medical procedures. If you're doing self-funding and you don't know what you're paying specifically for, heart surgery, for orthopedic surgery, cancer, whatever, if you don't know the prices, you can't really effectively do anything about them. So I would say commit to finding out what you're actually paying. You will probably be shocked.